A man dies when people forget him. Even if I should disappear right now, my dream will come true.
Easily the best episode of the season, man. Like, easily. I can't believe this backstory with no Straw Hat. I mean, the Straw Hats was in it, but they wasn't really in it. You know what I mean? The backstories are always the greatest part, or greatest parts of the anime. The backstories are amazing. My favorite backstory is Lost. As y'all see in the whole video is spoilers, so I don't want to hear nothing. It's all spoilers. But I'm about to call him Water Law. Like Trafalgar Law. He has the greatest backstory to me. He's my favorite. I'm not gonna say he has the greatest, but he has my favorite. That could be argued. That could be Nico Robbins. That could be Kuma's. Is somebody else I'm missing that had a really great backstory as well, man. But yeah, all of them are. But like, Laws is the one that Doflamingo has a really great backstory that you could argue is the best. But Laws just hit me on a One Piece was in a groove. One Piece was in a groove like 3-4 times for me, man. Like the best groove it was in was Enos Lobby. But this backstory with Chopper and Dr. Herlick, and I guess Korea was in it as well. It makes me want to see everything else live action and see what they can do, man, because they got some great side actors, and I remember who the guy was, man. Or I not remember, I know who the guy is now from the Laboon episode. That's my man's the Blackfish from Game of Thrones. I knew that guy from somewhere. But they keep getting these veteran actors, man, is making this kiddie show. This is the greatness of actors, dog. Like, it's such a lost art now because everybody's a model. Like, even the One Piece, these young actors, they're all beautiful. Back in my day, I'm one of those guys now. Back in my day, every actor wasn't beautiful. Like, look at Bruce Willis. He's not beautiful. I mean, he's not hideous, but he's like a normal guy. We used to hire normal-looking people as actors, man. Everybody's beautiful. I want the Shakespearean actors, dog. He gave the best performance. Like, as a kid, I don't think they're looking at it as, like, competition or I got to step my game up. Maybe Taz is, because Taz is going crazy with the stunts. And, Zoro's character, he comes from, like I said before, a lineage of a family where choreography, that's a lot of these Asian people in these movies, even going back to Ernie Reyes Jr. and his father, like, they take this choreography serious, not so much the acting, because they have a different acting style over in Asian countries. But I would look at that and be like, I need to get the class. I need to get back in my Shakespearean bag. When he did the When a Man Dies speech, it's like it was better than the cartoon. It was better than the anime, dog. You can't tell me it wasn't. It was moving, and then it was another scene where he was going crazy, man. He just was talking to Chopper, and he just was like acting. I'm like, this guy is an actor. I almost forgot what acting was. You know what I'm saying? That goes to show you there's no such thing as a small part, just small actors, dog. Like, I forgot. He was I know what it was. It was the same. It's something else that got me in that scene. Like, and I'm not an easy person to get. You know what I mean? I'm not an easy person to get emotional. It's not like I was crying or anything, but something that drew me in, deep and emotionally, is when it was like Frankenstein. I don't know if it was a line from that, but it was like those days of writing when he said, there's going to be a monster that's going to come here after I'm dead. It's my son. Don't hurt him. Like, that was like, come on, man. That hit me. He was just killing it, man. Obviously, the MVP, man. I'm going to probably throw a picture of Dalton just because Dalton could have got the MVP had not everybody else been firing on all cylinders, on all syllables, if y'all even get that joke or know who that's from. But Dalton, I'm sorry, man. I wish you could have got in there. There's one more episode, and we know who the MVP of that episode is, but I don't know, man. I might change that though on rewatch. This episode, I don't. It's gonna be hard to be. Hopefully, in the future, it can get beat, but it's gonna be hard when it be. It depends on where they go. It depends on where they stop at in the show, man. Because if they get all the way up to Marine Ford, and I know they're not gonna get that far. This is me just, you know what I'm saying. I think they're gonna go up to Enos Lobby. I think that's as far as they're going, which I'm happy about. It's my favorite arc. Now it's everybody's favorite arc, but it was my favorite arc as soon as I seen it. Everybody's favorite arc for the longest was Marineford. Let's keep it 100. That was everybody's favorite arc, and my second favorite arc still ain't Marineford. Everybody likes Impel Down now for some reason too, but it's Sabati I'm dying with that word right now. Is it archipelago? I want to say that's how you pronounce it, but that's my second favorite season. That season it introduces my favorite character, Law, and it's not gonna get the Law. I would have loved to see the live action Law, man. He's the best character in the show, objectively speaking, man. It's no, I don't want to hear no conversation about that. He's goated. They had to nerf him, man. Like they had to nerf Law. He was too much. His devil fruit was too much. But yeah, this was a Shakespearean episode, man. This was a Shakespearean episode. That's all I could even really say about it. You would think that ridiculous wig, would turn me off and be like, what am I watching this kiddie show for? Nah. The acting was so amazing, it didn't even bother me. It was the most ridiculous wig I've ever seen in my life, but the acting was so crazy. It added on to it. Of course, Katie Seagal was brilliant again. I love those scenes where everybody's just gathered up like they're around the campfire listening to a story. I don't know why that warms my heart, but it does. I'm weird too. Like I always liked, not necessarily when somebody was injured or sick, but I liked going to visit the hospital because the family all had to be together and we all liked each other at that moment because somebody was in bad shape. Also, when it rained, we all had to come inside and meet with each other. Like me and my cousins loved each other, played with each other, but sometimes we would golf with our own friends when we went outside, even when we went over each other's houses. Sometimes we would get together, but sometimes, like my neighborhood, I'm older. So my neighborhood back in there, everybody was just outside all the time. So you would just, not even on purpose, leave your cousins or your brothers or sisters. Like you just get grabbed up by a group who playing football. And then your cousins group might be going to hoop. Or your brother's group might be going to ride bikes. So you just separate it. And it's like, oh, I wanted to hang out with my cousin today. He dipped off with his people. But then, when it rained outside, you all got to come in and you're forced to be with your family. I always like those close settings. So just Korea talking about giving the backstory on Chopper and Dr. Hirolik, that setting was just nice right there. Costume design in this was the best to me in this season because it's not like it wasn't goofy, but it looked as goofy as that wig was. For some reason, it brought some realism to it this episode. I don't even know how to explain that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to articulate what I mean by that. But maybe it was the acting of everybody. And I feel like everybody stepped their game up too because they knew my mans was coming with it. I do feel like everybody stepped it up. And it was on point. Everything just seemed to be on point. Everything was firing, like I said, on all cylinders this episode. The snow looked like, I don't know, like, because usually snow, I could just tell, it's not real snow. The snow looks horrible. I think the acting made everything just looked more real. The snow looked real. Even when Usopp was doing this with his hands, like, I know wherever they at, it's not cold, but everybody was making everything look real. He apologized for snapping on Zoro. Usopp did. Also, I gotta give credit to that young man again. Usopp is, I want to say, is the best actor out of the crew, out of the younger generation. Like it's hard. It's so funny because Taz and McKenyu are like Zoro and Sanji. It's like hard to. One of them always goes up, but then you want to credit this one, but then you want to credit this one. Like Sanji doing all of those stunts, but Kenyu doing all his in the 100 men thing. Like it's hard to put with them. They're like neck and neck. But Acting, I'm giving it to Usopp's guy. His name is something Romero. I keep forgetting his first name. And like us, Luffy is the weakest of the crew right now. He's supposed to be. I think that's what it is. I think it's because he's supposed to be the best, and he's not doing that. It's making him look worse than what he is, the actor and the character. Both. It's not horrible, but it's just like. And I've been seeing a lot of other YouTubers say the same thing. Like, oh, I'm not crazy. I thought I was like hating or something for him, and I'm like, nah, he ain't. And I loved him in the first season. I think he was the best casted to me. It's like, oh, this is Luffy. This is a Luffy in real life. And yeah, he's not bringing something. I don't know what it is. And they need to stop dressing him too goofy. Like the one red outfit was pushing it, but then throwing him on that jacket and jeans, that looked crazy. That looked goofy. That looked too. It was too much. Like that just looked silly. And Nami's character, Emily Rudd, she is she's just the glue. You know what I mean? She's doing what she needs to be doing. She's the glue of the squad, man. Just like how she is in the show. Like everybody was like trying to make sure she was getting well. I'm not speaking on you because I know what's gonna happen. Spoilers, of course. Like I wish she would have just stayed with the crew. My boy can't. He don't really like her, but I do. I just think she's just such a great addition. To the crew. She was. Nico is a straw hat, but Vivi is a better crewmate. I know that sounds crazy. You know what I mean? That sounds like blasphemy. But Vivi just fit in more. Nico still, even in future episodes of anime, she don't want to do the little funny poses with him. Like she is like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like, get with the squad. You don't have to do everything, but like, show some camaraderie. We held you down. But I don't know. I'm getting off topic, man. It just was such a good episode. I could rant about it all day. That guy's name is like similar to Hero Licks too, man. His real last name. So he was like destined another person that was destined for the role. Very good episode, man. Very good cinema. It's one of those episodes like what did that Night of the Seven Kingdoms TV show, that episode got rated. I think it was the one before last when he fought. I believe it was that one had that high rating. Same thing with Breaking Bad had a real high rated episode. The Sopranos had a real high episode. I think that was the Pine Trees with Christopher and I can't think of my man. Tony Sirico is his real name, but I can't think. Paulie. The Wire had a high rated episode. I'm missing a show. But like those shows that have those super, I think that should be one. I think that should be up there. I don't know how they do it, but with Netflix, I'm playing with my weights. But with Netflix, I don't know if they take into account with those, like every other TV show. But I believe Mad Men had an episode like that too. But this episode needs to be in those talks. It needs to be one of those episodes that gets like, this is highly rated. This is one of those episodes that everybody should watch who's into television and movies and film. You need to watch this. That was masterclass in acting, man. That's it, man. Classic episode.